Which cartoon character becomes more relatable the older you get? The overly cautious fun suckers in any Disney movie. Zazu from The Lion King, Sebastian from The Little Mermaid, and Bagheera from Jungle Book come to mind. Benson from Regular Show. After becoming a supervisor/manager, you start to realize how much the little things employees do add up and make you absolutely hate your life. You either die a Mordecai and Rigby, or you live long enough to see yourself become a Benson. The clip where Benson has a breakdown when Mordecai and Rigby spent all night inside an arcade. When he said how this job is all he has left. I think you've just described my entire life. The Grinch is a very relatable character. Growing up different in a small town is basically a social death sentence. Once you're labeled as weird, it's all over for you. The taunting, mocking, bullying, abuse, passive aggressiveness, and ostracism was basically the day-to-day norm for me. And why? I have ADHD. I communicate on a different channel, and people find that off-putting. Unfortunately, this character resonated pretty deeply with me. Not gonna lie, I felt attacked the entire time I was watching the movie and it made me uncomfortable. Still one of my all-time favorite movies to this day. I have trouble watching this because, while I did have parents, I was the oldest of 4 with an alcoholic dad and an enabler mom. I ended up doing a lot of parenting myself, and it kinda ruined my teen years. I couldn't imagine how hard Nanny had it. Ugh, same here. I felt weirdly connected to the stressors in Nanny's life. I too was the oldest of 4. Their dad was an alcoholic narcissist manipulative abuser. I quickly learned, when I was 9, to start paying attention to my siblings' well-being, since he purposely sabotaged any jobs he could get, but when fired, he didn't care for us at home, just play video games and sleep, while my mom worked round the clock to financially keep us alive. After my siblings' dad was jailed for trying to kill my mom, and she had to continue working excessive hours to keep us alive, I became their parent in the day-to-day functioning. Dropping out of college, working full-time to take on the grocery shopping, cleaning, cooking, getting them cleaned and fed and homework done and their medications and getting them to school and doctor's appointments and field trips. It was awful, essentially becoming a parent at 18 to 3 kids, 2 with special needs, and I'm very hesitant now about ever becoming a parent. Nanny always hurts my heart, knowing how her life path was drastically changed. Courage the Cowardly Dog. It was always scary, but once you grow up interpret what's happening, seeing things from his perspective, it's quite dark. Yeah, it must have been frustrating being brushed off constantly while trying to save your family's life too. Homer Simpson. He isn't perfect, but he tries. Homer for the first few years/seasons was a good guy trying to provide and be a good dad, but as the show went on and one they have made him dumber each year and now his whole character arc is, Homer is dumb. Yeah, maybe before the advent of jerk-ass Homer. Charlie fucking Brown. They really tried to give my man a hard time at every turn. Shout out to Linus though. Already even lost his hair. Seeing a psychiatrist and all. Daria. Absolutely Jane. Absolutely Jane. She's the one that sees life as having downers and laughing it off, while Daria consistently dwells in the negativity. Jane is absolutely the better of the two. Candace, from Phineas and Ferb. I would go crazy too if no one in the world believes me. TBH even Doofenshmirtz too. Guy has the saddest backstory in all of fiction, but instead of classic villain trope, I felt pain, so now the whole world shall, too, he instead want to be a good father, who can do anything for his daughter. Even gets along with his arch nemesis, how about that? I mean, the obvious answer is Squidward. But I'd say Tom from Tom and Jerry. The man is just trying to do his job. Howard the Duck. Life is bullshit and meaningless, why not be an alcoholic duck having a midlife crisis? Why not be an alcoholic duck having a midlife crisis in another universe? Hank Hill. God damn, I just want a lawn with a barbecue and an alley to drink beer in with some friends. Squidward, and I don't mean dealing with a form of SpongeBob and Patrick. I'm talking about stupid annoying customers. Vegeta. Puts up a facade of being self-important to compensate a traumatic childhood. He works his butt off to be the best, but the popular semi-lazy guy always wins. It crushes him every day that Goku is always a step ahead with half the effort. Learns there's more to life than just being the best, becomes a decent parent/husband and grows from being a villain to anti-hero. Sideshow Bob, particularly in the Krusty Gets Busted episode. He's fucking tired of his boss abusing the shit out of him, so he tries to frame him for armed robbery. Dr. Doofenshmirtz. He makes stupid projects just to show them off to his only friends, sings off-key regardless of who's listening, would rather talk to a platypus than get a therapist, and ultimately just wants to be accepted. Peter Pan, 'cause being a grown-up can really suck. Rabbit from Winnie the Pooh. My ass just wants to be left alone every now and then, haha. Homer Simpson and Red from that 70s show. Everyone's gonna say some sad character, but more and more I've chosen to embody SpongeBob. Something people don't give him credit for is that he makes intense effort to have a happy life, and is satisfied even with what little money he makes. Constant failure, and several people that hate him. Also he does karate, and despite Sandy being better than him, never backs down from picking fights with her. He's my idol. Winnie the Pooh. I just want to visit my relations, eat too much, and when I'm bothered by thinking too hard about various hardships that are out of my control, I want a friend to remind me I'm just being a silly old bear. Hit the subscribe button to get notified of every video I upload. Thanks for watching.